Chuck roast gets a bad rap. It's tough, cheap, and definitely not what you'd throw on the barbecue unless you like chewing for hours on end. But this beauty, it's local, grass-fed, and full of flavor. We're just going to treat it right and make it turn into something mouth-watering goodness. I've pre-salted this roast overnight with some Redmond's real salt for maximum flavor. If you want to see how I turned this cheap cut into a masterpiece, stay tuned. Hey Carnivore Tribe. Today we're taking one of the most underrated cuts of beef, the humble chuck roast, and turning it into a mouth-watering dinner tonight. I can't wait to show you how easy, economical, fast, easy cleanup it all is. So stay tuned. Today I'm using my Instapot to cook my roast. And before adding the meat, I want to make sure that I preheat it well enough. And I'm going to add in some good old leftover bacon grease from my earlier batch of my frying a pound of bacon for a couple of days. Once this is nice and hot and heated, I'll throw in the roast. And I'll pat it down just because I want all the edges to brown up nicely. And I'll probably fry this about 5 minutes aside. But pro tip, put a lid over while you're doing the saute because it just helps keep all the splatter in the pot and not on the walls or the countertops or the floors. And I'm all about keeping minimal cleanup. And this searing just locks in the flavors, locks in the juices, and I try to get each side seared nice and brown. And once that's done, which took about 20 minutes, I've now added about a cup and a half of water, and we're gonna change the settings on the Instapot, and we're gonna do pressure cook. So to start, we'll put the lid on first, make sure that's all locked down properly. We're going to select pressure cook, and once I select pressure cook, I just like to double check that it's still on high, and then we're going to change the time to about an hour and a half. Depending on the size of your roast, it could be longer or it could be less, but this typically works for most of the roast that I get from the rancher. So I'm sure you've already guessed that I walked away for about an hour and a half. But once that timer goes off, which you're hearing right now, then you know it's time to let it rest for 20 minutes. Now don't rush it. That's how you get the fork tender meat. Just let it sit, and actually the longer it sits, the more tender it will get. Mouth-watering tender. Now, unfortunately, the next part of the video that I thought I was recording, I didn't record and didn't realize till the next day. So this is what it looked like coming out of the Instapot. I did shred it up on camera, but that was not recorded. And now this is pulled from the fridge the next day and cold, and I'm showing you that I can still easily shred it. The dinner last night was absolutely mouth-watering. I was planning on doing a few cheese wraps to make like taco shells and then add a little bit of sour cream and cheese on top of the beef, but I decided it was just so good and I was just so hungry by the time it was done that I literally ate like 3/4 of that roast. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do more recipe videos or more educational type videos. I'm open to doing anything and doing the research for the community, and just want to send you guys bacon scented blessings for your week ahead. Hope you have a fabulous week. Hasta luego.